Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well and blessed. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss an update. Now let's move on to one of the most emotional and disturbing episodes in the Sister Wives saga. Season 19 has been a roller coaster ride, but this latest twist has driven things to new heights. The drama isn't financial, land-related, or even plural marriage-related this time around. It's something much more personal and much more disturbing. At its center is Cody Brown, the ex-lead of the Brown family, who's now going off the deep end about something that most parents finally have to deal with, seeing a daughter mature and begin dating. But this isn't just any daughter. It's Aurora, the eldest of Robin's daughters, whom Cody adopted years previously. And the emotions he's now exhibiting go way beyond the normal overprotective dad act. It all started quietly enough. But things took a turn when cameras caught Cody exiting Robin's place in Flagstaff, clearly shaken after catching a glimpse of Aurora hugging her new beau. Fans were left reeling, and rumors went wild on the web. What wasn't seen on screen, though, is how deeply Cody's reaction ran. Over the years, his connection to Aurora has gone from sweet to something that's now raising real concerns, even among those closest to the family. Let's back up for a second. Cody has long been praised and criticized for how he embraced Robin's kids from her previous marriage. After marrying Robin spiritually, he legally adopted Aurora, Dayton, and Brianna. He openly assumed the role of father figure, even going so far as to refer to himself as their protector and guide. He was particularly close to Aurora, frequently saying she reminded him of younger Robin. Back then, many dismissed it as harmless sentiment. Now, in retrospect, some say it always seemed wrong. One family insider, who asked not to be named, said that Cody's bond with Aurora only increased as his relationships with his two biological children, especially with Janelle and Christine, started disintegrating. While most of his other children drifted away or rebelled, Aurora stuck by him. She never confronted him publicly, stayed near home, and appeared to fill a gap left by the others. However, even crew members started to realize the strange intimacy. In the beginning, it was adorable, a former production assistant explained. But then it was creepy. Cody spent hours with Aurora, combing her hair, discussing life, and behaving more like a clingy girlfriend than a father. Flash forward to today, and Aurora, like any young adult, has begun experimenting with love on her terms. She's been dating a young man named Elijah, a reserved, mannerly college student working toward an environmental science degree in Flagstaff. By all indications, he's nice, helpful, and good to Aurora. They're really happy, a friend said. She can be herself around him. But Cody couldn't cope. During one scene shot for season 19, although insiders claim TLC heavily edited it, Cody catches Aurora and Elijah holding hands while they watch a film together. Following was, in the words of a crew member, a meltdown. Cody remained frozen in the doorway, clearly enraged. Then he muttered, "This isn't right," before storming off. What specifically did he believe was not right? That question has been a hot-button one online. Things only deteriorated from there. As reported by one of his relatives who requested anonymity, Cody's actions became more and more bizarre. He called Aurora repeatedly, questioning her whereabouts, with whom she was, and when she would return home. He even requested that she concentrate on her spiritual path rather than on worldly distractions, as he referred to it. The flashpoint arrived when Cody allegedly tailed Aurora and Elijah on a dinner date, without informing anyone, and then confronted them in the parking lot afterward. Witnesses claim that he informed Elijah, "I know what you're doing, and I won't let you take her away from this family." Let that sink in. One witness described the entire exchange as creepy, as if Cody didn't regard Aurora as an independent adult who could make her own decisions. And Aurora, she was shaken to her core. According to a friend, she couldn't believe her dad was behaving this way. It was like he viewed her as property. Even Robin, who had once referred to Cody as the most loyal and righteous man she'd ever met, is thoroughly shaken. "She's heartbroken," said one source. "She thought he was just playing protective dad. But now, she's not so sure. During an off-the-record tearful meeting, Robin allegedly asked Cody straight out if he was jealous. He didn't deny it. He simply replied, "She was supposed to stay close." Cody's breakdown, and Aurora's bravery. A family on the brink. Robin had finally had enough. In an altercation that's been described as one of the most explosive in Sister Wives history, some of it filmed by cameras, though probably to be sanitized for television, Robin allegedly slapped Cody. She made it plain to him, seek help or leave. This wasn't just another family argument, it was a breaking point, the kind that leaves lasting cracks. Word of the incident spread quickly through Flagstaff, and even producers reached out to Janelle and Christine for comment. Christine wasn't shocked. "I'm not surprised," she reportedly said. "There's always been something about the way he treats Robin's kids, like they're his last shot at being the dad he never was." Janelle was more direct. "He needs therapy." She didn't beat around the bush. "It's not about faith or polygamy anymore. What he's doing is dangerous." Even Meri, who's largely remained silent since her split with Cody, was reported to be upset by what she learned. Off camera, she asked a producer, "Is this really what we gave everything up for?" This descent into emotional madness. And then came a moment viewers won't soon forget. In a sit-down interview set to air in the season's tell-all special, Aurora finally comes forward. Her words are laced with tears. "I love my dad, but I love myself enough to know when something's not right." Her voice trembles as she recalls when she knew things had gone too far. "I couldn't breathe around him anymore. Everything I did felt watched, judged. I had to decide between the man who raised me and my own freedom." Then, after a breath, she declares, "I chose me." The room goes quiet. Even host Sukanya Krishnan is visibly shaken. Cody's decline. Behind the scenes sources inside the family tell us Cody hasn't been the same since. He's allegedly stopped eating normally, paces the house all day long, and replays old home movies, especially of Aurora when she was little. Again and again. He's stuck, an insider revealed. He keeps muttering God is punishing him for allowing the family to break apart, and that Aurora going out with someone was the ultimate betrayal. TLC producers are worried. They've called for him to get help before production resumes. "He's not healthy enough to be on camera at the moment," said one senior producer. "It's not reality TV anymore. It's a tragedy now." Backlash and a divided fanbase. The reaction of the public has been fierce. Numerous loyal fans are calling for the show to be cancelled outright. One very popular tweet stated, "We watched this man ruin every wife he had. Now he's losing it over his daughter's boyfriend. Enough." Others say Cody is a man who is falling apart, abandoned and clinging. But the dominant sensation, discomfort. This narrative no longer feels like entertainment. It feels like trauma. Even an erstwhile showrunner had something to say. "This shouldn't air. It's not right." Robin's decision, and a turning point for Aurora following weeks of madness. Robin allegedly presented Cody with an ultimatum: seek professional help or get out. "She still cares for him," said a close friend, "but not sufficiently to allow him to ruin Aurora's life and well-being." In an unexpected gesture, Robin had sought the advice of Aurora's biological father, her former husband. She wishes for Aurora to have a solid male presence in her life, someone who is not losing his grip emotionally. But Cody is still in denial. He really does think that Aurora will return emotionally to him, one source explained. Like nothing's changed. But everything has. Meanwhile, Aurora and her boyfriend Elijah have called a break. Not because there's anything amiss between them, but because the pressure and drama have been too much. "She's devastated," said a friend. "Dating was meant to be a happy, ordinary step. She never thought her dad would be the obstacle." Aurora is currently seeing a therapist, getting back on track academically, and distancing herself from the family chaos. "I don't want my tale to revolve around him," she allegedly said to someone close to her. "I want it to be about becoming my own person." Cody alone. And now, it seems we are seeing the last act of Sister Wives. Meri, Janelle, and Christine are all gone. Aurora is walking away. And Robin, Cody's last remaining supporter, is reconsidering everything. The man who once was at the heart of a big, unusual family now finds himself alone, emotionally, spiritually, and soon, maybe physically too. In one emotionally charged moment, caught on tape this season, Cody has this to say: "I thought I was creating a legacy, but perhaps I was constructing a prison. And now, everyone's escaped except me." Robin's breaking point. A family fractures under the weight of secrets. Robin Brown stuck with Cody for years, defending him when the rest turned their backs, remaining faithful when the family broke apart, and believing until the end that their plural marriage experiment could still be made to succeed. But with rumors of bankruptcy, piling lawsuits, and a public reputation in a downward slide, Robin has finally had enough. And in a turn of events, even many longtime Sister Wives fans never thought they'd experience. Insiders close to production are confirming Robin is planning to split from Cody Brown. Cracks in the foundation. Robin was frequently regarded as Cody's favorite, although she never took the title for herself. Nonetheless, she was the one he spent most of his time with, the only one he lawfully wedded, and the one he tended to defend at all costs, even when his relationships with Meri, Janelle, and Christine were falling apart. But it wasn't all sunshine behind the scenes. As per close sources, Robin has been growing more and more isolated. The woman who declared she never got on board with a monogamous relationship is now emotionally trapped, witnessing Cody spiral deeper into emotional, mental, and financial turmoil. "He's not the man he once was," one of Robin's friends related. She once shared his vision. Now, all she sees is a man desperately holding on to control with nothing to show for it. The financial mess Cody hid the Browns' money woes have been simmering for years, quietly but consistently. From questionable investment in the Coyote Pass land to dwindling TLC paychecks when viewership plummeted, Cody's kingdom has been on shaky ground for some time, and the situation is even worse than fans knew. According to leaked court documents and insiders, Cody reportedly borrowed several loans, some in Robin's name, with their house as collateral, without fully informing her. He supposedly explained to her that it was simply refinancing to cover a short-term cash shortfall, but Cody was actually swimming in debt. Robin didn't discover the true nature of the issue until a money advisor sat down with her and spelled it all out. Her possessions, including her beloved Flagstaff house, were subject to foreclosure. She was heartbroken, the source revealed. She felt betrayed, and she saw that Cody cared more about saving his ego than their family. The final straw. Things came to a head in May, when Robin found out that Cody had borrowed $250,000 against a joint asset, without her signature, by getting a personal loan. Friends and insiders claim the cash was spent on paying off delinquent property taxes, lawyer fees from his fights with his ex-wives, and production setbacks on the show. When Robin learned, she confronted Cody in front of the children. "You lied to me, you've destroyed our life," she allegedly told him. Cody's reply: he called her disloyal and had abandoned the family's vision. That's when Robin allegedly shot back: "Maybe I should leave the vision because all it's ever done for me is hurt." This familial crisis has raised alarm bells at TLC. Robin had been the last string holding the show, and the concept of a working plural marriage together. Now, with Robin contemplating both legal and emotional divorce, the entire Sister Wives empire is in jeopardy. She's met with a lawyer, a source confirmed. She's not discussing divorce yet, but she's exploring her choices. She wants to protect her children, isolate her money, and ensure that she isn't brought down by Cody's decisions. Behind the cameras, the network is panicking. They're paying her more money, more episodes, and even hawking a potential spin-off series of Robin as a single mother. They realize if Robin departs, the entire thing implodes, said one producer. Robin's raw confession in a forthcoming moment from this season's tell-all special. Robin becomes deeply emotional on camera in front of host Sukanya Krishnan. "I didn't join to be Cody's crutch," she weeps. "I joined to be part of a big, messy, loving family. Not this." Not one guy in a meltdown and blaming everyone else. When the girl is asked if she still loves Cody, Robin hesitates before admitting, "I love the man he was, but I don't know who this version of him is anymore. He's angry, he's bitter, he's broken, and I can't fix him." The crew was said to have been left speechless after the confession. The children react. Robin's children, Brianna, Aurora, and Dayton, have long remained close to Cody, even while the rest of his children distance themselves. But now, even that relationship is splintering. Aurora is livid. Upon hearing of the financial deceptions, she holds Cody responsible for jeopardizing their future. She's already filling out student loan applications on her own, an insider said. She doesn't trust her parents anymore. Dayton, typically soft-spoken and introspective, has begun to withdraw emotionally. You can see the disappointment, said a family friend. He once looked up to Cody as a hero. Now he's just tired. Brianna, the baby of the family, still attempts to stick up for Cody, but even she has been heard to ask Robin quietly, "Are we going to have to move?" The family that had appeared so close-knit is now falling apart, and the kids are bearing the brunt most of all. Christine and Janelle respond. Christine, now married to David Woolley and living her best life, didn't sugarcoat her response when questioned on a recent podcast about Robin's alleged plans to leave. "She's finally waking up," Christine replied. "It took long enough." Janelle spoke more carefully. "I don't derive any satisfaction from Robin's suffering," she told the Times-Dispatch. "But perhaps now she realizes what the rest of us did. You do everything for Cody, and it's always too little." The demise of a dynasty. Cody falls as Robin faces life alone. Christine and Janelle gave Robin words of encouragement, but also made it clear what their boundaries were. They'd support her if she broke up with Cody. Christine stated bluntly, "She has an opportunity to be free, but if she stays, that's on her." Cody's downward spiral. "Everyone leaves me." Cody in the meantime is falling apart. As Robin grows more distant, sources close to the family say Cody is having frequent emotional breakdowns. He's paranoid, restless, pacing the house late at night, endlessly rewatching old footage of the family from happier times. He just keeps saying, "Everyone leaves me eventually," a crew member shared. "It's like he can't understand that his world is falling apart around him." At some point, Cody allegedly pleaded with TLC to allow him to produce a special The Patriarch's Last Stand, so that he could present his side of things. Producers declined. They feared that it would be too heavy, too harmful to the reputation of the network. "He wanted to break down on TV," one producer spilled. "But what he truly needs isn't television, it's therapy." Robin's quiet exit plan. As Cody spirals out of control, Robin has quietly been working on regaining her independence. She's met with a financial advisor, set up a private bank account, and even scouted rental houses, all without tipping off TLC's cameras. She's not panicking, a source close to Robin explained. But she's planning. She knows she can't keep going on like this. There are even rumors that Robin may go back to school, or begin an online enterprise, something to provide her with financial independence on her own terms. She's fed up being reliant, the source continued. She wants to be on her own 2 feet, for herself and her children's. The end of Sister Wives? As Robin may be walking away, the future of Sister Wives never seemed more in doubt. Fans are divided. Some are rooting for Robin, declaring she was just as trapped as the rest of the wives. "Maybe now she can finally be free," wrote one fan. Others, however, are doubting. "She helped destroy the family," wrote another. "And now she is playing the victim." TLC is reportedly mulling over a number of spin-offs to resuscitate the brand. Suggestions include Robin Brown, starting over the Last Wife Sister Wives rebuild, focusing on Christine, Janelle, and Meri's new lives. But Cody's future, that's the most tragic of all. Once the leader of a sprawling family, 4 wives, 18 kids and a dream, Cody is now a lonely man, grasping at the last piece he never thought would leave him. In one of the leaked videos, Robin is packing in her bedroom. She carefully wraps up old family photographs. Cradling one of her and Cody on their wedding day, she whispers, "I believed in him. I really did. But belief isn't enough anymore. I need peace. I need truth. I need to be free." Sister Wives Unleashed. Meri, Janelle, and Christine reunite. For a girls' weekend as Cody's reality falls apart, something unexpected is taking place elsewhere. Something fun. Meri, Janelle, and Christine, whose lives were once broken and dispersed, are getting back together. And not just to catch up, for a glamorous weekend getaway, shot for what could be the most legendary bonus episode of Sister Wives ever. Sister Wives Unfiltered. The ex-wives escape. No Cody, no restrictions, just champagne, guffaws, and a brand new beginning. It began as a group chat, started to hammer out some lingering paperwork. The conversation had died down, until Christine revived it with a meme. "Why be bitter when you can be better?" and book a suite. Janelle laughed in reply with a laughing emoji. Meri unexpectedly jumped in an hour later. Within days they were choosing resorts. They opted for the gorgeous Sedona Solstice Resort and Spa, a five-star treasure famous for its spectacular mountain vistas, rooftop dining, and restful spa. The plan, 3 days of freedom. Their weekend, 3 days of indulgence, healing, and hilarity. No children, no worries, no Cody. Check-in started with champagne. Christine appeared first, beaming in a big brimmed hat and bright red lipstick. Janelle arrived next, sporting a new haircut and a yoga mat on her shoulder. Meri arrived last, looking chic in large sunglasses and a flowy floral skirt, more relaxed than fans had witnessed in years. As they entered the hotel's marble foyer, an attendant served them flutes of bubbly. Christine chuckled. This is how a real marriage should begin. Champagne and no expectation. They were then led to their sky luxury suite, 2 bedrooms, a private balcony with a hot tub, and a full kitchen that was filled with fresh fruit and spa water. As soon as the door shut behind them, Meri tossed back her glass and bellowed, "Alexa, play Independent Women by Destiny's Child." And so their healing day became a full-on party. The spa day and Cody cleanse. The following morning started with massages, facials, and what's now referred to as the Cody cleanse, a symbolic letting go ceremony conducted by a spiritual guide Christine had hired. "He's not your ex," the guide said, burning sage. "He's a spiritual burden. Let's release him." Each of the women had something to represent her history with Cody. Christine held up an old leather notebook. Janelle produced one of Cody's shattered flip phones. Meri brought up her long unworn claddagh ring. They each discarded an item individually into a fire pit on the spa's patio. "I feel lighter already," said Janelle, sipping a cucumber mimosa. Segments of the ritual started appearing online, and fans lost their minds. "This is the spin-off we needed." Christine is glowing and bringing the others with her. Meri looks 10 years younger. Cody was aging her like milk. Rooftop revelations, over rosé. Their second night was spent at the rooftop restaurant of the resort. Laughing, opening up, and reflecting, they sipped glasses of chilled rosé. Rosé, reflections, and big revelations sun behind the Arizona mountains. The 3 friends sat on the rooftop, sipping chilled rosé, and snacking on cherry cheesecake. Cameras captured the moment Meri lifted her glass. "To the future," she said. "To peace. To us, the ones who made it out." But the laughter eventually yielded to something more profound. Christine acknowledged that for many years she really felt like she would never experience joy again once she had left plural marriage. Janelle confided that she continues to grapple with guilt for remaining as long as she did. Then Meri let a bombshell fall that dropped jaws. "Quietly dating," she replied, a small smile spreading across her face. "Met the guy at a company retreat in Salt Lake. He's nice. He listens and doesn't refer to himself in the third person." The table blew up. Christine shrieked, "You've been holding out on us," and banged the table like it was a game show buzzer. Janelle nearly spit out her drink. There were hugs, laughter, and tears. But not the painful kind. These were tears of joy. For once it felt like healing had the final word. Poolside glam and a sisterhood reclaimed. Day 3 delivered sunshine, poolside glamour, and no regrets. The 3 women arrived in flashy designer swimsuits, oversized sunglasses, and that certain confidence that only results from choosing yourself. A group of other hotel guests spotted them and asked to take their picture. Christine winked and posed like an A-list celebrity. Janelle threw peace signs. Meri leaned in close and whispered with a smile, "Send one to Robin." As the afternoon wore on and the wine continued to flow, the conversation became nostalgic. "Do you ever miss the family?" Janelle asked softly. Christine did not pause. "I miss what I thought we were, not what we really were." Meri nodded, continuing, "I waited years for a man to choose me. Turns out, the only person I ever needed to choose was me." There was a huge silence, and then Janelle lifted her glass once more. "To never looking back." Glasses clinked, and like that, a decade of heartache melted into sunbeams, citrus, and sisterhood. Back in Flagstaff, Robin's reaction. Robin learned about the weekend the same way a lot of fans did, when someone posted a photo of her and tagged her on Instagram. Her response? Shock, anger, and tears. "She wept for 2 hours, averred one source. She told me it was a betrayal, like the others created this little club, and she wasn't invited. Cody, allegedly sitting beside her, grumbled, "They've lost their path. This is the way of selfishness." Robin did not immediately react. Later, however, she softly whispered, "Or perhaps they finally found freedom." Later that evening, Robin barricaded herself in her bedroom with a bottle of wine and watched old reruns from season 2, when the family still worked, and Christine hadn't yet incinerated her spiritual marriage certificate on TV. Cody's meltdown. "They owe me respect." When producers called for comment from Cody, he erupted. "They owe me respect," he bellowed. "They're using my name for sympathy, for attention. I gave them everything." Sources explain that Cody insisted on additional screen time and even threatened to quit the show unless TLC would allow him to produce a special to set the record straight. But TLC wasn't moving. "He's not the center anymore," one producer explained. "This is the age of the ex-wives. And truthfully, fans are devouring it." Fan frenzy. Social media blows up hours after the photos landed on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit blew up. Some of the most popular fan responses included, "Christine, Janelle, and Meri on a girls' trip is my new religion. This is the sister-wife cinematic universe we deserve." Robin watching the trip on Instagram like she's the wicked stepmother left out of the royal ball. Christine's Instagram post, labeled "Healing, Laughing, Living," tallied more than 1.2 million likes in one day. Janelle's poolside photo, hashtagged "confidence at every size," got reposted by a number of big body positivity accounts. And Meri? She just wrote, "I'm not rebuilding what I never wanted in the first place. I'm building something new." Fans lost it. What's next? A spin-off and Sisterhood 2.0? TLC execs are said to be in early discussions for a spin-off series. Working titles include Sister Wives, Life After Cody, 3 Wives, No Husband. The series would see Christine, Janelle, and Meri embark on this new chapter, dating, starting businesses, having children, and yes, planning more vacations. Fans are already petitioning for the next vacation. This time they're calling for beaches, palm trees, and no reference to Cody. "We want pina coladas and Robin-free sunsets," one Redditor joked. Christine teased that the narrative's just beginning. "We've only just begun," she said in a live Kina. "There's more joy ahead. Trust me." A legacy rewritten. For over a decade, the Brown women were defined by polygamy, bound by a shared husband, shared trauma, and a story that never quite belonged to them. But now, they're reclaiming it, and they're rewriting the ending on their own terms. Champagne, clarity, and new chapters. They once lived according to their relationship with one man. But tonight, clinking champagne glasses and giggling over all they endured, Christine, Janelle, and Meri are penning a new type of story. Not one of obedience or sacrifice, but of freedom, laughter, and restored sisterhood. Christine put it most succinctly on the last night of their girls' getaway. "We thought we needed a family. Turns out we just needed each other." Shock twist. Meri buys land, begins her dream home. Alone in a surprise move that left viewers stunned and Cody wordless, Meri Brown officially closed the chapter. She's bought her own piece of property and will be building the dream home of her own with no husband, no sister wives, and no strings. The message is unmistakable. This chapter is hers and hers alone. After years of heartbreak, abandonment, and being a silent bystander in her own marriage, Meri is taking back her future, and it's already rocking the sister wives world. The quiet walkout of Coyote Pass. Coyote Pass was Cody's lifelong passion project. He painted such vivid portraits of togetherness, the wives constructing side-by-side houses, the family finally planted firmly in one common location. But that vision disintegrated in slow motion, delays, tension, betrayal. Christine sold out and left. Janelle started questioning everything. Meri? She remained silent, observing, waiting. But secretly, all along, she was quietly making plans to walk away too. She never really invested in Coyote Pass, a family source said. She knew it was never going to happen, and she was sick of being led on. As for where Meri currently resides, according to real estate documents, she bought a 1.88-acre property outside Parowan, Utah, a few minutes from her favorite B&B, Lizzie's Heritage Inn. Surrounded by pine trees and red rock, it's a place that resonates with her. She chose a spot that brings her peace, the source said. And this time she's not going to ask anyone for permission. "I don't need permission anymore."